Somewhere in Earth's coldest climate lived a unique tribe of people that lived among ice. Surrounded by ice and frozen lands with little to no sunlight and heat. They made fires to keep warm and also wore heavy coats made from nearby animals that they would hunt. They also needed to hunt to eat, of course. These people lived in a certain bubble. In the outside world, technology was thriving and rapidly changing. These people decided they didn't want to indulge in a changing world. The government was quickly taking over many lands and turning them into modern malls and cities, causing the tribe to continuously move. As they were forced to move continuously, they came across colder climates and rather harsh environments. But the colder the environment, the less the government wanted to be involved. Most people didn't want to live in cold climates, and construction workers didn't work during winter climates, leaving their newfound home nearly untouched. So they adapted around the cold temperatures. It took some time to truly adjust, as humans were not meant to live in severe cold environments. They hunted in drastic weather to use animals' fur as coats and food. They started daily fires to keep warm at night. Over time, they figured things out. They only used swords and natural resources to survive, leaving technology out of their lives. Although, their lack of technology did impact them in various ways, but they still did not cave in. They lived by one saying, 2 bags and a life, which meant after slaughtering an animal, you have a bag for food and a bag for a coat. Then, you have yourself. This was all you needed to survive. Essentially, as long as you had those, you would survive. And this is how they lived. Until one day, a gun was popped off near the environment. This woke the entire community and caused havoc across the town. Everyone was wondering what was going on and where it came from. The leader of the tribe got up to get everyone's attention and calm the community down. "Silence!" the leader shouted. Now, I know most of you have been startled by a sound that we haven't heard in years. A sound that only could be heard from a mass public. We are far beyond that. We're going to be working 24/7 to expect where it came from and how to deal with it. They won't take our land again. We won't let them. What I need from everyone to do is to remain calm. As the leader continued, a man with a mask on was hiding behind one of the igloo houses, listening. He wore the same attire as the rest of the village. He was a member of the tribe, except he was holding a gun and concealing it inside of his jacket. When the coast was clear, the man then fled from the village and traveled miles away to the nearest city. He went back to City Hall and told the higher-ups of the city about the hidden ice village, that they needed to destroy it and make the tribe run away. The city then sent out armed guards to push out the residents who weren't paying taxes and identified them as squatters of the land. The government eventually bought the land. However, the tribe wasn't holding back this time. "We've been here long enough with no complaints. You've kicked us out of many homes. Leave us alone and let us live the way we want to," the leader said as the tribe stood behind him, armed and ready with their swords. The armed guards stood their ground, as well as only a hump of dirty snow stood between them and kept them separated. The guards continued to warn them or they will open fire. The tribe continued to stand their ground as they were fed up from being kicked out of their homes repeatedly. As this was going on, the masked man stood in the background, watching it all happen. But someone was standing next to him, a woman that was holding him as if he was her son. The man finally took his mask off and turned to the woman and said, "I love you, Mom," and hugged his mom. The man was kept away from his mom for years due to the tribe's continuously moving. The mother was a part of the tribe, but she wanted a normal life for her son, and the leader didn't agree with her. He wanted the men to try to be fighters and survivors and not give it to modern day technology. So, as a punishment for the mother's disagreement, he banished her from the tribe, taking her away from her son. Her son was resentful of him ever since. This was his way of protecting her son and providing a better outcome for him. But if anyone disagreed with him, especially women, there was a problem. But in the end, her son came out stronger. He was rebellious and he went after what he wanted. He fled to the city many times to learn the ins and outs of how regular society lived. He could have ran away and found his mother simple as he got older, but there was something bigger to be done in his eyes. Was he right for giving up the entire tribe's location just to take down a leader? Did they deserve it? Only his choice mattered at that moment. Maybe he set them free from being controlled.